Hi, my name's James, and I'm a film hoarder. And that's the fucking truth. I don't know where it became so bad at, though. I can't pinpoint an exact time where my collecting habits got so out of whack. And if you're wondering what this is about, this is a response to Ian's video on his collecting habits, and he had a little bit different stuff to say than I will, obviously. I'm not going to go in too far in depth about TVs and stuff like that, which he had a lot of great points, but there's no reason for me to rehash all that. I mean, I can't say what he hasn't said. First off, I'd like to apologize for my camera. I primarily film everything with my phone because, one, I'm a lazy fuck, and two, I don't like to edit, and three, well, I'm a lazy fuck. But it's going to be a little jumpy because I have my phone hanging from my rearview mirror because my cheap ass, rather my poor ass, doesn't have a GoPro or anything like that. So this is what we're dealing with. Anyway, my collecting habits consist of buying everything, to watch everything. I have not given in to the digital age 100%, maybe not even 10%. I do have Netflix. I do watch Netflix, but I tend to watch about 95% documentaries on Netflix. To me, that's what Netflix originally was for. My son and my wife who watches, series and TV, and I indulged on the documentaries. Then come along the shows, the regular shows, the original content, Daredevil, Punisher, all that stuff, which I fucking love. You got my weakness there, boys. So, I have succumbed to some of the digital ages, but I still buy a lot of shit. I need a support group. I'm going to use Ian as my support group and my friends. That, I hope, works. I buy a lot of movies every Tuesday. Well, not a lot of movies. I buy movies every Tuesday. Sometimes I find a reason to buy the fucking movie. I am a huge fan of the horror genre. The problem is the new horror genre is shit. So why am I not buying classic horror that I haven't seen? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I'm going to go ahead and warn you guys at any moment I'm going to fucking sneeze. Okay, so deal with that. But, so what I need to do is take a step back and look at what I've got. I own over 5,000 films at last count. That's not a bragging right. That's a, what the fuck are you doing? I would love to thin out my collection, but I don't have any way to do it that would be beneficial to myself because I've spent money on these things. But I would love to go through and just take the bullshit out and concentrate on this. I am at a point in my life with film where I enjoy the classic stuff, and classic is what you think classic is. It's whatever you decide is a classic film. That's the way I look at it. If it has made, my definition is, if it has made an impact on the film's society, or the filming community, or films in general, then it's a classic. I love horror movies, therefore I should probably just buy a lot of horror movies. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop buying stuff just because it has a favorite actor or a favorite director. I am not going to give up on physical media. I fully support physical media. I just have no room for all this stuff. I need to concentrate on stuff that I really, really, really want. So the days of buying stuff just because so-and-so directed it is out. I will buy superhero stuff. I'm absolutely in love with the superhero stuff. The DC animated stuff, the regular superhero stuff, things like that I will buy, hands down. And from that on, new stuff, I will buy stuff that's a total 100% rewatch that I feel I need in my collection. Not want, need. But more likely than that, I will spend my money on more classic horror, Asian horror, Italian horror, Gothic horror. I'm getting into those more sub-horror genres than just regular horror, because horror today sucks ass. Silent horror, 30s and 40s horror, 60s horror, that's where my love is. You know, plus films from that decade. From the late 60s back, as far as they've made film, is where I absolutely love film. So that's what I'm going to stick with. I would love to be able to, like, you know, this month I know Gotham by Gaslight comes out, DC animated. I know I'm going to get that. It's DC animated. Other than that, I would like to maybe pick up a film from the store and then once a month buy a classic film. Some horror film I don't own. Some, it's getting dark. I'm sorry. This is Southern Ohio. It's 6:13. It's going to fucking start getting dark. So I will wrap this up. But that's my thing. My old collecting habits was just to buy anything. I go to a pawn shop and I would come out with a handful of DVDs or Blu-rays because they were $1. That's the only reason. That's the only reason, you know. Now, last time I went in there, I literally looked and looked and looked, couldn't really find anything. Found a couple horror movies that I did not have, that I had heard really good things about. I was really surprised by them. They were really good, and I was happy with the purchase. I'll put them on the shelf. You know, but I don't need to showcase. At one point, I thought of my collection as art. I own. Hey, do you own? Yep, I do. Do you own? Yep, I do. And it's fun to be that guy. It really is. But to be that guy and sit there and have all of this space taken up by so much shit. I mean, probably a good third of my films I could actually just box up, and if I could sell them, I would sell them. You know, like Ian made a comment like, you know, I don't need to watch. I think it was Rambo or Commando. Those kind of films, I get an urge to watch. You know, 80s action movies are not my big thing. They're not even close to really a thing, but the Rambos, Commandos, those kind of things, they're entertaining. So, you know, I watch them. I would keep, you know, Die Hards. I would keep stuff like that. But I could literally go through, strip my collection down, and the next time I re-alphabetize, which will be fairly soon, because when I take a vacation to not really do anything, I have a couple plans, and one of them is to fix my fucking movie room, because it is a freaking disaster. I mean, it literally is a disaster. It looks like a cave. You call it a man cave, but this is a cave. But before I go, I want to hit on some of Ian's points about clarity. You know, he says you can watch these movies on TV, on Netflix, on DVD, on Blu-ray. And I totally agree with that. But the point that he hit the most is 4K. Like he said, you don't need to see how many hairs are on the fucking Hulk's head. Totally agree with you there. I do have a large TV. I do have a Blu-ray player. I do have surround sound. I do like it. But that's as far as I go. I will not be upgrading to 4K ever. And when they force us to buy 4K, which I don't see happening for a very long time, new stuff only comes out on 4K. Someday that may happen. I'll just go back and buy older stuff. I mean, that's just, I won't own any newer stuff. I might buy a 4K Blu-ray combo just to get Star Wars, you know, stuff like that. But that's it. I would not buy. I'm not upgrading. I'm not buying a 4K TV unless my TV goes out and it's cheaper. I don't care. I would probably still buy just a high definition TV. But yeah, Ian is completely right. The reason our community was started is to talk about film. That's why our little group of the community is still around. We talk about film. There's a few names. I'm not going to say any because I don't want to leave anybody out, but yeah, we talk about films. That's our whole purpose. Then you have the community that just wants to show you what the fuck they bought. I've done those in the past. I don't like them. I won't do them again. The only time I show stuff off is if I go to a convention. I might show you stuff that I got at the convention, autographs and things like that. But Criterions are about it. And I owe my friend Brandon a Criterion update, and believe me, I am in the process. I just have a lot, and I'm trying to get them together. What else? Yeah, so that's the community that I don't watch. I don't watch the movie hoarders. I don't watch the collection updates. I just don't do it. I watch people that talk about film. And I understand a lot of people don't like some of the big reviewers out of jealousy. Chris Stuckman and those guys. But that's the type of thing that this community's about. Watching people talk about film. I'm not a fan personally. If there's a film in the theater and I really need to know something about it, I will watch a video of his just to get an idea. But I don't take it to heart, and I don't subscribe to his channel. So there's that. But as far as goals for YouTube, my YouTube channel was started to solely talk about film. I 100% regret ever naming my channel DVD Collector 1974. Yeah, I'm a collector, but I wish I had some other name, hell, even my name. But at that point, I don't want people that actually enjoy my videos to get lost in the thing. I'm not starting a new channel, anything like that. I just wish that I hadn't picked that name, if that makes any sense. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys. This is a fairly lengthy video for me anymore. I've been trying to keep them 7 or 8 minutes. But I'm on my way home from work. I used to do these videos all the time while I drive. Hell, I may even start doing them again as a weekly chat thing, if Ian promises to play along, and maybe Mike promises to play along. We might get weekly chats back. So that's all in your hands now, guys. So people, plead with them, make them think we need this. Anyway, I'm almost home. Thank you for traveling with me and bumping around. If we do weekly chats in the car, this is what you're going to get. So pay attention to that when you put a comment down saying you enjoy these videos. And I'll see you later. I got a video to film when I get home, so I'll have my 4th part of Top 100 Films, favorite films of all time, and that's it. So Till next time, guys. Later. Game